Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe has declared a state of emergency and is activating the National Guard ahead of protests planned for Saturday in what's being coined No King's Day. In our area alone, there are multiple protests happening from Lee Summit to Lenexa. KSHB 41 reporter Alyssa Jackson breaks down what this movement is and why it's gained national attention.
Around the Kansas City metro this weekend, you may see a lot of protesters out for what they call No King's Day. Now, this is a national movement. You can see it looks like there are protests happening in nearly every state on this map. And you can see here, this is Kansas and Missouri having protests of our own. And we want to explain to you guys where all of this came from. People have already seen protests happening, mostly in Los Angeles, but some have already made it to Kansas City. While many of the protests so far focus on ICE raids and detentions, the big movement happening this weekend is No King's Day. We rarely explain a protest in advance, but this national movement has garnered a response from Washington, D.C. to local lawmakers in Missouri and Kansas. Saturday, a military parade in D.C. for the Army's anniversary falls on President Trump's birthday. No King's Day is protesting the president and certain actions he's taken since being in office. Missouri's governor declared a state of emergency and announced the activation of the state's National Guard to provide aid, if needed, to other law enforcement agencies during protests. Across the state line, Kansas Governor Laura Kelly joined a court challenge along with 20 other states to block President Trump's deployment of the National Guard, voicing that decision should be left to state government. This movement started with a group called 50-51, meaning 50 protests in 50 states and one movement. I did reach out this afternoon to a local organizer for the protest scheduled here over the weekend, and I have not received a response. Alyssa Jackson, KSHB 41 News.